So, switching the camera setup again. Oh, this multi-camera setup is quite something.
We've got lots of options that way.
Yes.
Come on, either one.
We are joined by Julia. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm so good. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, for sure. So, Vlad brought you in. What did you talk about with Vlad?
Well, this is honestly my first conference within this field. I'm just like a big fan. I do have a company like basing on the Lightning Network, and we just talked about that. And he was like, "Hey, you know what? Do you want to come do like a quick interview, or just tell us about your company?" I'm like, "Yeah, fine. That's why I'm here. Connections. Hey."
Well, that sounds great. Tell them about your company. What do you do?
Well, so I'm a Swedish master student, and I'm studying entrepreneurship, and I'm running Scandinavian FinTech Innovations, which is my company, and I am one of the co-founders. So basically what we do is that we are creating a cloud-based payment solution aimed for the retailers to be able to accept Bitcoin as a payment method. And we can see some competitors on this market today, mainly on the United States, Canada, and then we have BitPay, all these other actors. But yeah, we really want to get into this market.
But there's lots of businesses that need to be onboarded, right? And are you mainly focusing on local businesses in your area?
Yeah, we do that kind of right now in order to just like validate all of our MVP, the back end, the front end, the user experience. It needs to be easy and convenient. And looking at Sweden in particular, we are walking towards like a cashless society. And so we need to have like some kind of competitors to the traditional banks. So,
but what's wrong with that? If you just use your government ID to pay and you're down at the store every day buying liquor and pornography, what's the problem, right?
Well, there is a few problems, but the main problem that we're focusing on to solve is the problem for the retailers. So the average swipe fees is 2.5% on each transaction. And actually last year, only the European market paid $90 billion in swipe fees. So there is a lot of money that we can make better things with.
So that's even worse than I thought. Sometimes they charge you like $1 fee or a fixed rate fee, but taking a percentage is a whole nother ballgame, right?
Yeah.
Do they think that as the credit card company, they helped build the bowling ball, or they helped, write the code? Were they instrumental in this entire process, their ability at the end for me to swipe?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I'm just so kind of frustrated. Like, we shouldn't have that. Like, all the power is at the banks today, and that's just how society looks like. But it's also like there's so many people worldwide that doesn't even have a bank card, and they can't get to these financial services that they need. So we really want to be a part of this kind of change and paradigm shift that is coming, and just be able to focus on Scandinavia right now is really like good, I think, because we are going to this cashless society. But of course, we just want to spread the awareness about this.
And about how many businesses have you onboarded, and are they usually like mom and pop businesses, or have you had any luck breaking into maybe a smaller chain or something that has a couple of stores?
So for the onboarding process, we are like right in the start of it. We do trying our MVP out now sharply just for like 2 businesses. So one is actually a really like large retail industry. I'm not sure if I should mention them in this like trying out process right now. And the other one is like a small family business. So you kind of want to see like what gives the best results and like how they perceive our service before launching into like the alpha version of it.
Yeah, and you see, right, especially for small family-owned and operated businesses, that's how I personally found the most success at onboarding them to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because they're actually the decision makers.
Yeah.
Right? If you go to Walmart or other huge corporations, you're not going to talk to the decision makers, right? It's a huge bureaucratic process.
Yes.
But if you have a small mom and pop shops, they're right there. If you tell them about the benefits, they will get it.
Yeah, exactly. And I also find it hard to, in these large like businesses, the infrastructure is really like complicated. So even if they want to be on board with it, they might not be like the first adopters. They want to wait and see how the others adopt. So I think that I agree with you. Like small businesses is really the way to go.
Now, after onboarding them, do you do anything to help Bitcoiners to shop there? Because there's been a lot of these programs where we get a bunch of merchants and we're really excited. We got 10 new merchants, and then no one ever shops there again.
Yeah. So what we're trying to focus on is that we are building for the future here. So we are aware that, especially like in the Nordics and Europe, like, I mean, we do adopt to crypto quite well, is my opinion, but there is like a gap. So, well, you can't go around that really. But what we're trying to do is to try to be a support for the people who want to use crypto, and just be like creating this personal and intimate contact so we can learn and spread the awareness. And that means that we are trying to create events coming up this winter actually, where we're trying to just get like, you know, a speaker or something just to educate people on this as well.
Yeah, I really think it's important for companies to give back in this space and sponsor meetups or sponsor YouTubers or something like that, to find a way where something that you can't necessarily do in-house, like it does make sense to have that all the time, but if we had more of that, we'd be better off. A lot of the sponsorship money only goes to ICOs or altcoins that support their own altcoins, and you get left out there on your own if you're just a local Bitcoin meetup somewhere. And really, you just need beer and pizza money.
Yeah.
A couple $100 a month. I mean, we used to give out free beer and pizza at the San Francisco Bitcoin meetup, and you have to there. It's a competitive meetup market. All the startups have money. And if you're not giving away free beer and pizza, they just won't come.
And
if you're in a small town and you are giving away even just one pizza meetup and a pitcher of beer, people will come sometimes just for the free pizza.
Exactly. And I was listening to one talk just recently, and he just said that, you know what, it all comes down to us here being heroes, like spreading the awareness, just be open-minded, be flexible, you know, help others. And I'm really happy that my first conference is just so humble towards that, because like we are all in this together and we want to change. And I'm just feeling so grateful to be here and be a part of that.
Well, that's great, Julia. And where can people learn more about what you're doing?
Well, the best thing would probably be to just follow us on LinkedIn. That would be just Scandinavian FinTech. But a Telegram group and a Twitter account is on its way.
Got to get Twitter. Everybody's into Twitter here.
I've
There's a whole
noticed.
thing. People are like, oh, I don't have Twitter. And it's like, well, you could just bookmark twitter.com/MadBitcoins. You could read me anyway. You don't even need an account. It's amazing. But they're not that into it at all. So.
No, for sure. Twitter is coming soon.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much, Julia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julia. Now send in the next guest. You have to go find them for us. Somebody that seems interesting, ask them, be like, hello, are you interesting? Do you want to be interviewed? And then leave this door open. And if anyone comes by, just like send them in. Just push them through the door. Be like, enough of this. So